Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video we are going to start from the previous part, and that is how to read different parts of a name range. Okay, so we have created different name range in our previous video. I'll just put the links for that video, or I'll put a card. Here is the scenario. We have created local scope name range, we have global scope name range, or workbook scope name range. We have hard-coded name range. This is not referencing to any formula or any range reference or any lambda, and this is just referencing a range. Okay, and in this video we are going to learn how to read different parts of a name range. So go into this Automate tab, new script, and let's create a blank script. So I'll just rename this first, that read ranges. So in Office script it's a named item, not a name range. But from our previous VBA terminology, we are just using named range. Okay, so basically we are just referencing named item. Okay, so let item of type Excel script dot named item. Now we'll use workbook dot get named item, this method, and it accepts name as a string, and it will return that name range. So constant name of string type. And let's use, so that is symbol, so we can just specify that this is my name, and we get a name range. Okay, so we get the item. So let me just show you this console log for this item. Let me shape this and let me run this. You'll see it says type named item, instance object, engine object. So instance, it's showing a lot of stuff, and it's showing other stuff. I don't want to see that, but I want to see other part of this name range. So let me just see that. Okay, what about the comment for this one? Now if I just run this, I'll just get the comment. So all the symbols of different companies stock. So if you just go into this formula tab and name manager, then you'll see that we have this comment, all the symbol of different companies stock, right? Now let's say if I want to see the data range for that one, so get range and then get address. So now run this, and you can see data B2 to V15, right? That's the address for that name range. Okay, so let's suppose if I want to get the formula for that one, so get formula, and then just save this, run this again, and you can see that's the formula. Okay, equal data V2 to V15. Now if you just type out dot, you will see all the possible method that you can invoke on this item. So we have comment, we have formula, we have get name to get the name, we have range, we have get scope. Okay, and let's look at this. So this scope is returning a named item scope. So specify if the name is scope to the workbook or to a specific worksheet, possible value or worksheet, and workbook. Okay, and you can just see, let's say, to string. Save this and then run this again. You can say it's a workbook. Let's see for that worksheet reference one. So if I just use like what is that, company name local scope, right? That is this one. Let's just print this. We'll have one issues. Let me know if you can find out that. And that is because we are trying to get the name range from this workbook, but this is not a scope to workbook, right? So we need to get the scope, get worksheet, and then think it's C2. Now if I just save this and then run this again, then we get this worksheet, right? So the possible value is just if it's scope to worksheet or if it's scope to workbook. Okay, that's it. But if you want to get the worksheet name, we can see other method. Let me see if we have other. So get worksheet, I guess that will be get name. Okay, we have get name actually. Now if I run this, then you can see it's a C2. Okay, anyway, so we can get all of this data if you just type it out like this, that okay, get visible, get values, and set command, set formula, set visible. So to get data, we need to use getter, and that all of this get prefixes method names. And if you want to set something, then we need to use set. Okay, so if you want to change the comment, then we can do that. Just set comment, let's say local scope name range. Let's see if we have any comment at the moment. you can see comment is blank, right? We don't need to log in here, right? It's a set method. I think it's already done. Let's see. Yes, local scope name range. Okay, so that's how we can change different parts of this name range. Now let's suppose I want to list all the name range of this workbook. Okay, not scope to worksheet, just workbook. Let's suppose that. Now we can do that easily by using a loop. So workbook dot get the name of the workbook, get named item. It requires to pass an string. Okay, get named item. You can see name of the name range. But if we see that get names, then you can see it says represent a collection of workbook scope named item. Okay, and now we can just run a for each loop, and then we need to pass a callback function. So current name, and now we can just print out, like, let me just save this and then run this. You'll see that we get list of name ranges for this one. You can see underscore Excel FN, underscore Excel FN, Excel PM. These are built-in name range, and we should get rid of this actually. So we can say add to number, company name, my name, and symbol. We cannot find that local scope name range because it's not a scope to this workbook, right? If we want to get the workbook scope name range, we could just do workbook get active worksheet dot get names dot for each, and then just copy everything from here. And now if I just run this, then you can see company name, local scope. Okay, so that's how we can print out or we can retrieve data for a name range from any scope, like if it's a workbook scope or if it's a local scope. Now in the next video, what we are going to do, we are going to create a dynamic function that will retrieve all the name ranges and different data of the name ranges. What we are going to cover is that name of the name range. Okay, so it will be name, and then we'll see what's the scope, and in the scope, instead of text worksheet, we'll put the actual worksheet name, and then if it's visible or not, and then we'll retrieve the formula, and then we'll just let's say retrieve the comment. Okay, that's what we are going to retrieve from any workbook actually, and dynamically. It's not hard coded to get active worksheet and so on. So wait for the next video, and don't forget to subscribe. If you have any question, feel free to comment. Have a good day.